A little bit greyer today, not so nice. I can see Mr. Nutty as well. He's just come into the tree, the little devil. You spot him. I don't think that will happen today. Now, if I do want the school kids this, I mean, it is quite possible that they're going to school this early. I don't think it's Easter holidays just yet. I'll be pointing in different directions, the camera. I've just swallowed some toothpaste. That's where we're heading. And pass over. Well, that's a good shot, that. The internet. Morning, Barbie. There's another walk planned for midweek as it's tablet time. Yeah, it's not so nice as last week when it was sunny and I didn't need a shirt on. Well, I needed a shirt on, but I didn't need a jumper on. Oh, I'm good. I'm not quite sure how to pronounce your name, but I'm very good, thank you. I'm going to call you N for this purposes, it's easier to say. That wasn't meant as any sort of slur or swear word. I'm going to say it in words. It's N-I-Q, and I think squash salik. Hopefully that's right. Welcome aboard USA. We'll be starting in Hoi 4 in that later on. Oh, thank you very much. Yeah, it was St George's Day in the UK, that's why all the bunting's out. Let me see what I can zoom in. Across that telephone wire. Oh dear, this one is some toothpaste. That was some sort of bird that quickly flew across. Oh, it's a bit chillier as well. I've got my winter coat on. Just trying to concentrate on the road so we don't have any mischief today. There's St George's flag. Hold on. That one's been up there a little while. Kind of, it's our national day in the UK. So it's very similar to Flag Day in the US, I think. There's some more bunting with the Union Jack on. I believe that was Saturday, just gone. There's a big version of the Union Jack on that lamppost, so I'll try and get reasonably close to it. Our neighbour flies a version of the Cross of St George as the white ensign. It's a mix of the Union Jack, small, and then the Cross of St George large. Well, they used to do that before Planet woke, and there's the Union Jack. I'm thinking about as soon thin as I can get. One further along, that's nearer to the post box. Someone never been up there since last year when we all put flags out for another reason. It kind of had some racial intent behind it. The Union Jack seems to be everywhere. There's another one on the far corner. I've got to watch my step a bit here, just a bit high. I'm going to go into one bit further in. Even pavement at best, it ain't been done in years. I don't know what them birds are that are flying over that house. It's fairly massive. And there's the good old Union Jack. And there's another Cross of St George a bit further down towards the post office, post box. With my palm in my hand and my thumb to try and keep the picture reasonably stable. There we go, crossing St George up there. Yeah, it's a bit grey and somewhat done KO flowers. Dull even. Can't get the words out this morning, honest, it was just cold going up. Cola and toothpaste. Don't think you can get drunk on them. You do have alcoholic substances in them, as far as I'm aware. Yes, we're not going into Pricklies today. That's never going to happen, and that still looks a bit damp. Got a Union Jack up on that sign for the oldies. Which, yes, I'll be 54 next month, so I'll be classed as old. Not sure whether I would change my age on the channel, because I just told you it, and that's an hassle. Ice cream blossom. I'm going to point a road, a couple of kids coming by. Try not to catch them on camera if I can help it. Look at the tree for a bit and zoom out a bit from a lot nearer. There's going to be a little bit of zooming in, zooming out action going on today. So I'm not showing any sort of address. My cousin will appreciate that. And that's the flag rails in that far corner. Get round close enough to see it. Right about there. Stop. Oh, not that one, not blowing. Right, in the post box she goes, and she's on her way. Now it's down to Churchfields. And Union Jack right up there. You see a lot of them knocking about. I think it's late for the bus. Could be a garden gnomes. Blow my nose a minute, mate.
Seconds ago.
This is where we're going to cross. Go down Churchfields. Traffic allowed. Now whenever. That is where we are. Get too close in case it's a bit blurred. And that's the village shop. It still stands today. It's just got a bit more of a modern part to it. Little expensive, and not every shop takes card. Not every corner shop, anyway. Sometimes you see a cat or a squirrel along here, but I don't think so today. Right, you've got to have a sideward view for a minute so I can fit in. It's Churchfields. Back of them houses is St Peter's Church where we're going on Saturday. for a bacon carb that's come round quick. Where's he on? I have to let some kids go by in a minute. They're right behind me.
Thank you.
What are you looking for the camera on?
Don't think it would have minded being on camera, but you always got to be a bit careful. Just let them mosey on a bit. Yeah, show me face. No, I don't think I'll do that. It will interfere with the signal. I think you're far enough down now. Too much Francis makes me signal a little bit unhappy. Ain't seen me mugshot on the channel. Hasn't really changed much. My hair's grown a little bit. It's one of these little narrow turnstiles, so you've got to see a sideward view for a moment so I can fit through. There we go, that's out of the way. That's the turnstiles. We're at the city side of Braunstone now. In Woodshore wise. Oh, somebody didn't want that. It's the uniform, it might be, yeah, it is. Cost somebody a lot of money. May not have kids, but I know they're expensive. This street here is Woodshore wise, going up towards. Oh, that's all the way. There's St Peter's Church. Ice cream blossom.
Guys, you know what?
Looks like they've mowing the lawns a lot. Something's definitely been at that tree. Wasn't like that on Saturday. It's all very damp, so we will be sticking to the pads. That's the tree where we sometimes see the squirrel horses, sometimes over that side, but I don't think they're awake yet. Bit early to go to the gardens, don't open until 9 o'clock. They're very fly, not wanting meat. Pesky little fly, leave me alone. That would be where we'll be heading, so I've got to watch my head a bit. Thankfully it can only come one way. Not quite sure what that is, but we're going to avoid it. Don't think there's been many people on today looking at the car park. I think I've got to watch my head. That's where we are, folks. I think the sun's trying to come out a little bit. Not massive, I think it was pigeon. Right, it's brought out the cold in there. Yeah, that's human crap over there in the literal sense. There's bins yards away, I don't know why they're so idle. All been built up by rubbish of some sort of description. No new nesting ducks yet. No new duck patrol. One lone goose just standing there. I'll try and go that way round. Work his way up to that bin. taking up there, I think it's still a little bit dangerous for me to walk on. I'm not ready to see the coots today. I don't think it was this tree, it was further along. Don't want to get too close to the tree, that could interfere with the signal. Playing on a bit, she's almost 3 years old, my phone. And in the summer when this is fully grown, it becomes almost impassable to humans to walk on. Come Mallard just going about his day. In a minute it's taking things a bit clearer. I think that's all gunk from that other end. Well, that water's still not gone down there. Oh dear. Oh, this will be overgrown in the summer. There's the coot. Zoom in a bit so you can see him properly. I think it's a he. I'm following him around a bit if I can. You know it's a coot when they got white beaks. More hens tend to have red beaks unless the coots are babies. Oh, I don't think St. Peter's Church is all haunted. And I've been inside, so I would know. And I don't generally try and film in churches. It's usually alright, but you have to ask permission and all sorts of nonsense. Oh, I don't know whether she's had a baby. So right on the little nest where they were last week. Right about... Trying to follow the ripple. And out of it. There. Don't know whether that was the baby or this is my Papa coot. Hard to know. Yeah, if I get too near to the trees, the thing will cut out on me. Just happens. Alright, we've got other things to see, folks. See you later, coots. And battery gets to about 50%, you hear a click and that'll be my first battery charger going in. And I bought two on me today. It's just an open field, so what you see is what you get over there. They removed the barrier by the looks of things that were here a few weeks ago. That seems to have gone with the wind. 3 mallards in the far distance. Alright, let's go on to the boating lake. The lake. Used to be a boating lake many years ago, or this one did. I'm talking when I was a little man, so over 50 years ago now. That's the path we'll be going on. It's a little uneven. But it sounds like it's flowing okay. And there's a dog just coming up. Don't know where it's going. That's close up of a dog this morning. Oh, there's some buds coming on. Oh, I can't quite get near enough. That tree up there, look. I don't know what they are. I usually do walks at least twice, if not 3 times a week, depending on the weather. I'll be doubling back along this part. I'm not going up there. Grass patch, or we could carry on and see what we can get out the other end. Not seen Swanee this morning, don't know where she is. It looks a little bit iffy to walk on, so not worth the risk for me. Come back apart, it's going on the top pad. I would normally walk down. I think this one's at the far island. I can see something white, but I'm not going to be able to zoom in much more than this, I don't think. Something big and white. Usually means a swan, it's not normally a goose. What about there? That one massive. Quite sure what that was, but it would have massive. I'm making a lot of noise. Come out again, turn back to normal. Oh. Morning, boys. I think they're both boys. I don't know how you'd tell with the Canadian geese. I think they had the 2 swans over there, and they're just too far away. I think I can see the baby swan as well. Tucked behind that tree somewhere. You do your thing, boys. I'm in no hurry. Yeah, all 3 swans are on the lake today. quite still. Right, I'm going to carry on a bit. Definitely the swans. Do a little YouTube short. Zoom in a bit better. I get home. Whether that's a mother goose or a baby swan near the island, can't tell from here, too far away. Can't tell which is Swanee and which is Swanson 2.0. It's the male swan. Out a bit. That's how far away they are from me. Alright. Knew what to do with nuns when you said females on the church. Job it. Hopefully I said that right. Apologies if I didn't. They're called coot. More and just launching into the lake. The morons are smaller than the coots. That's the only other way you're going to tell which is which. I'm following my hair around a bit. There's the swans again. I think that's a goose in the far corner. It's a bit smaller than the swans now. They're a bit up close and personal. I think that swan is daughter. It's a little bit more greyer and smaller. I've not seen any of the swans besides Swanson 2.0. I don't think they've had any more than one cygnet this year. Definitely a goose in the far corner because we got a duck in another one near the background, so it gives me a bit more contrast.
Morning, pal.
Lot of geese, I believe, or ducks. Follow them around a bit. There you go, now over towards that tree, isn't there? I mean, they were geese actually, they're a bit big to be ducks. And that wasn't planned, it's just about timing. Here comes a little moorhen. Try and stand still a little bit so the picture's a bit more stable. Here she goes running across the grass verge. Got some really speed on her. More geese on the island, but a bit far away from this distance. That's the island where they all live at night. Sometimes you can see a heron. Not seen it lately. I've seen a fox before now. There's a family of moorhens on it. Oh, there's another coot. I don't really want to risk walking on that grass if I can help it. Because there's all the other geese in far distance. There goes a little moorhen. Yeah, St Peter's Church is from the 1200s, so that could be haunted. I don't know. Head towards the swings, and no, I'm not getting on one. Too old and knackered for that. I've got to find a way off the park, 'cause that's the road we need to go back up towards the co-op. He's definitely in bloom. I think he's pussy willow. I've seen some of them seeds on the Rod Meadows trees. Videos are already up from Saturday. Saturday, we went to cinema yesterday. Why not check that one out as well? That will be a silent one because my PA was right next to me and she didn't want to appear on camera. Watch myself there, that's a bit steep. I'm going to go down this path and take a view from this angle of the lake. Definitely in bloom. I don't know what she is. And that's in Martin, so you can see. There's the other geese that aren't Canadian. On the barnyard with a goose type goose, and I don't know what the others would be. This is as far as I'm able to get to this side of the island. Big fence in a way. Now that's to keep me safe and boys safe as well. In the summer or when this is a lot drier we'll go that way round, but not today. Right, let's carry on. Sometimes you see a squirrel dart across there in the summer. I'll try and give you an idea how big the park is. This is some of the grounds of the old Braunstone Winstanley Hall. Or it used to be. I think the sun's trying to come out a bit. That one looks a bit new, but some of the stars have been there as long as I've been alive. that bird was going towards the tree. Apparently it's not where the garden is, where the stables are. The hotel's taken over it. We should still be able to get inside the garden, from what I read. This is Braunstone Park. It's Braunstone Park in Leicester. And I'm not even going to have a stab at your name. I wish you would type it in English, that would help. I don't speak Arabic, unfortunately. Just the King's English. You can try and remember to type in English when you make a comment. That does help me understand what you're trying to say and your name a little bit. I've got a couple of ways I could go. Straight down where that dog's running. I don't know whether he's coming towards us or not. Or it's towards Escates Drive. I think we'll go straight down because that's where the roadworks are. Keep it simple today. I was going that way. Let's just use the bin as a lamppost. That's the first. That's where the roadworks are. Let me see how zoomed in I can get. Right at the bottom there near the Escates Drive roundabout. And I think it's pipe work of some sort of description. So this will be at least 50 minutes long. They've been mowing the grass a bit as well. I think I'll end it here today, folks. We're heading near a school and I don't want to be filming kids. So see you next.